Hey, welcome back, everybody, for the 7th edition of Phys Ed Fun Fridays. What a beautiful day today. I decided to get out of the studio and come on outside and get some fresh air and some exercise, which I hope a lot of you are doing as well. Don't forget to do that. Well, the big news this week, of course, is Olympic Day coming up on Wednesday of next week. So for detailed directions on Olympic Day, let's check out this tutorial.
Oh, wow! I hope you are all as excited as we are for Olympic Day next Wednesday. We know it's definitely not the same as being at our schools, but that doesn't mean we can't have some friendly competition and some fun. Okay, let's go over all the directions now so you are prepared for Wednesday. First, prior to Olympic Day, look over the Olympic Day equipment list found on our website and gather up all the equipment you will need for next Wednesday. Having all of your equipment beforehand helps make the day run smoothly and give your family more time to enjoy the events of the day without having to fumble around to try and find items on Olympic Day. Then, on Wednesday, make sure you get up in plenty of time and eat a balanced breakfast and complete a brief warm-up. Make sure you wear comfortable clothes and sneakers, of course. Next, go to our website and click on the Olympic Day tab, where you will find the link to view our opening ceremonies video live at 9 a.m. We will feature the ceremonial torch run, the Olympic fanfare, and the national anthem. Once the opening ceremony is complete, then Olympic Day will officially be underway. Our Olympic Day page on our website will now be populated with all of the events, descriptions, and score sheets for you to use. You may choose to do as many events as you like. The more events you complete, the more points you can earn for your team. Remember, your team is your grade across the entire North Penn School District. After you complete each event, fill out the score sheet that goes with that event. Each event has its own score sheet, so make sure you are filling out the correct one. You can also earn 10 bonus points for your team by uploading a video of you completing any event. You can upload one video for bonus points, and we will plan to feature them on our weekly TV show that Friday. You have until 4 p.m. to complete all the events you choose and submit those scores. Keep an eye on the website for up-to-date scoring throughout the day and the final score to be posted after 4 o'clock. And most of all, good luck and have fun. If you need help or have any questions, feel free to email your PE teacher.
Okay, you saw it. So make sure you get all of your equipment ready for next Wednesday. Start collecting that now and getting it ready. That way you don't have to worry about it for next Wednesday. So one of the things that we always usually worry about when Olympic Day happens is the weather. And we always want good weather for it. Well, what a special news segment we have today. Our weather report coming to you live from Mr. Crater.
All right, thank you, Mr. Theodore. Hello there, North Penn. Mr. Crater, we call me Tropical Storm Crater coming at you with your Memorial Day weekend forecast. As you can see behind me, Mr. Theodore, a lot of activity in the newsroom because we have multiple models that we're looking at in the Weather Center to see which one we're going to go with. And here's what we got. As you can tell, If you look here at the map, we've got a storm coming up pushing in from our southeast that might bring some wet weather our way. We're hoping that we can avoid it, but not so sure we're going to avoid it, so we're going to get right to our forecast. On Saturday, looking like a little bit of rain on Saturday, so what we're going to do is we're going to give that 1 Sayers. Sunday, Monday, looking a lot better. Sunday, we're looking 10% chance of rain. We're looking at 4 Sayers, and on Monday, looking like a great golf day, North Penn, 5 Sayers. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Back to you, Mr. Theodore.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Crater, for that detailed weather report. I guess I know what I'm doing this weekend, especially on Monday. That looks like the best day of the weekend. And hopefully the weather will be great for next Wednesday's Olympic Day as well. But we'll keep our eyes posted on that one. All right, we are ready to start the show. So without further ado, let's begin. Phys Ed Fun Fridays starts now.
Did you know your brain receives 100 million nerve messages each second from your senses? Exercise keeps your brain healthy.
Hey North Penn, this is Mr. Carroll, and in this segment of Exercise Corner, we're going to show you how to do squats. To start, we're going to keep our legs wider than our shoulders, our arms out straight for balance, and we're going to sit back like you're sitting in a chair, making sure your knees stay behind your toes. Chest up tall, and stand back up. Have fun and show me what you can do, North Penn.
Here we go. Let's have a great workout. Squats. Begin. Sit your hips back and down with your weight in your heels. Bend your knees and keep them above your feet. Keep your back straight. Finishing with squats. 3, 2, 1. Squats. Begin. Sit your hips back and down with your weight in your heels. Bend your knees and keep them above your feet. Keep your back straight. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Well, all this walking around has certainly made me a little hungry, and I can't wait to get home to make myself a nice, healthy snack. For some other snack recipe ideas, let's take a look at this edition of Happy Health Tips.
Penn, this is B. They are no-bake peanut butter oatmeal balls and yogurt fruit dip. For the first one, the peanut butter oatmeal balls, I use 1 cup of old-fashioned oats, half a cup of peanut butter, a third a cup of honey, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then all I do is mix that all together and form them into a small type of ball and eat. Just enjoy them. They are really good. The next recipe is peanut butter free. It's a yogurt fruit dip. The ingredients for this: 1 cup of plain fat-free yogurt. I use 2 tablespoons of honey, or you could also use maple syrup, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and fruit. I like to use apples for this recipe. Mix all the ingredients together, and then whatever fruit you cut up, dip right into that yogurt fruit dip and enjoy.
Hey North Penn, it's Mrs. Muller, and today we're going to make frozen banana pops. For this recipe, you'll need to grab a banana, chocolate to melt, popsicle sticks, your topping of choice, and a piece of parchment paper. Peel your banana and cut it in half. Then cut it in half again lengthwise. After you have finished making those cuts, put a popsicle stick in the bottom of each piece of banana. Now they're ready for the freezer. Put them on a piece of parchment paper and put them in the freezer. After your bananas have frozen, melt your chocolate so that it is nice and smooth. Dip the frozen banana into the melted chocolate and put on parchment paper, and then top with your favorite topping. After my banana pops are decorated, I always pop them back into the freezer so that they get nice and frozen before we eat them. Enjoy!
Hey North Penn, Mr. Sayers here. We're going to play a game today called Kaboom Ball. That's K-A-B-O-O-M. It's a fun game you can play in any small space. We're going to use my garage, but you could use a basement, you could use a room, whatever you want. You need 3 things. You need a balloon, you need a small object to hit the balloon with that has to be soft. Must be soft. My son's going to use a rolled up paper towels, and I'm going to use a duster. You could use other things like maybe half a pool noodle or even a soft teddy bear. Okay? The object of the game is he's trying to hit my wall. I'm going to try and hit his wall with the balloon. Every time you do, it's a point. Take a look. So the balloon starts in the middle. We each start against our own wall, and from there, game on. Give us a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
One point for Will. Whichever team scores first, the other person starts the action against their wall. Move.
It should be noted that Will hasn't been awake for very long. Maybe that duster could be used on some dust.
Woo. Now, you can also play 3-way, as we're going to show you now. My wife is going to join us. If you don't get your heart beating in this game, you're not working hard enough. So now we're going to go three-way kaboom ball. My wife is going to join us. The object of the game is for me to hit either one of their walls. Their job, do the same thing. Hit somebody else's wall. If you do, it's a point for you. Watch us. Dad, give us a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. And that's how you play three-way. Remember, the object you hit the balloon with has to be soft. We don't want any injuries when we play. Have a great time and enjoy the game. See you next time, North Penn.
What's going on, North Penn? This is Mr. Irvin for North Penn Phys Ed Television. And our segment of the week is getting to know your phys ed teacher. Hopefully you've seen enough of these that you've found out some quite interesting facts about the elementary phys ed department. But the question that I posed today, oh, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, we went with the pizza cutter today. Makes a perfect microphone. The question that we asked the phys ed teachers was, if you could travel anywhere on vacation outside the United States, where would you go? Let's find out what they had to say.
Hey North Penn, this is Mr. Bone. If I could vacation anywhere right now, probably be somewhere cold so I could play hockey outside all day, like maybe northern Canada or something. You know, hit the biscuit with a good clapper, score top shelf where grandma hides the cookies. Sounds good, eh?
If I had to travel outside the United States, I would pick Barcelona, Spain. The idea of good food and the beach.
Hey North Penn, it's Mrs. Muller. If I could go on vacation anywhere in the world, I would 100% choose South Africa. I have dreams of putting my feet on the sand and the beaches in Cape Town and traveling the East Coast on a safari.
Hello North Penn, Mr. P here. And if I could travel anywhere in the world, I think I'd want to go try Nepal out. Nepal has the tallest mountain in the world, which is Mount Everest. And if you're one of my students at Gwynedd Square, you know we played the Mount Everest game, and that's one of the reasons I like to play that game. So I would definitely go try Mount Everest out, try and climb the peaks. See you later, North Penn.
If I could go anywhere in the world outside of the U.S., where would I go?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Italy, of course. I'm Italian. Never been there.
If I could go on vacation anywhere, I would go to Italy. My great-great ancestors are from Italy. There's a lot of great sights to see there. There's a beach, but most importantly, the food. I hear the food is to die for, and I love Italian food.
Hey North Penn, this is Mr. Carroll from AM Colt. And if I could travel anywhere for vacation, I think I'd like to go see the ancient pyramids of Egypt. Yeah. And maybe they'd even let me ride a camel.
If I could go anywhere in the world outside of the United States for a vacation, where would it be? Mrs. Crater and I have always talked about going to Greece, and that seems awesome. However, I think I could talk Mr. Sayers, Mr. Theodore, and Mr. Carroll into joining me at this place back here. the old course at St. Andrews, the home of golf.
So I was asked by North Penn this week, where would I like to go on vacation? I would love to go to somewhere in the tropics and be able to take my wave runner with me and explore the oceans and the reefs and maybe find some canyons or caverns to go into. Somewhere where it's nice and warm and I can feel the salt water hit my face and sand in my toes. That's where I'd like to go, somewhere tropical.
All right, North Penn, this week you want to know where I would vacation outside the U.S. Well, I'll give you some clues. Somewhere warm. It's somewhere where I can put my toes in the sand. Somewhere where the ocean is in front of me and the rainforest is behind me. Oh, you guessed it. It's a place called Costa Rica. And I will be living La Vida Loca.
Hey mates, Mr. Sayers here, ready to go out on the big pond and play with some tasty waves. Have some shrimp on the barbie, down under style. That's right mates, Australia's the place I'm going to.
Hi there. See if you can guess where I wish to go on my vacation. If your answer was a wildlife safari adventure in Botswana, Africa, you are correct.
Let's see, that's a tricky one. Trying to pick somewhere outside the United States where I would like to go on vacation. Well, that's kind of tough for a person like me, just simply because I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Sweden, Brisbane, Morocco, Guatemala, Mexico, Toronto, Oslo, Austria, Africa, Albania, Ottawa, Budapest, Hiroshima, Panama, China, Bangladesh, England, Frankfurt, Salvador, Sarajevo, Italy, Germany, Chile. Look at me, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
What's that you say? Where do I want a vacation outside the United States? That's easy. You probably think I'm going to say somewhere where it's really warm, where you can go swimming in the ocean, maybe eat some fine local cuisine. Nope. This guy is headed to northern Canada, baby. Woo! Home of the Aurora Borealis. The Northern Lights, the dancing lights of the North. And check out this baby. Woohoo, she's a keeper. That lighthouse will do. I could stay in there forever. It's dark, it's cold, it's damp, and it's nautical, baby. Fisherman's delight.
All right, it's now time to end our show with last week's weekly challenge clips. If you remember, last week's weekly challenge was to create your own triathlon in honor of the Iron Knights triathlon that was set to go off last Saturday. Some of you sent in some really creative video clips, so I can't wait to see these. So we end our show with the weekly challenge, but don't forget again, Olympic Day, Wednesday, May 27th. Start getting all of your gear ready, and we'll see you then. And make sure you check our website for all the directions and details. Until then, we'll see you later, everyone. Bye, North Penn. Stay strong.